Hello everyone, this is Hostage of Europe, Anwar Refugee. Today is Thursday, April 8, 2021. In this video I'm going to be disclosing some of my efforts in getting help, mostly legal aid, from outside Greece. Whereas it had been turned out that all the NGOs based in Greece, for unknown reasons, not only have been denying to offer any help and support to my case, but have as well viciously colluded with the Greek government and the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, to cover up this ongoing atrocity and this nearly 7 years old hostage-taking situation and my complete deprivation in this savage country for all these years. Thus, I had found no other choice but to look for help, especially legal aid from places far away, in order to be able to lodge a complaint with the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, or another international court in pursuit of getting my life and freedom back. However, prior to that, I have as well been reaching out to the Faculty of Law at the Athens University fairly ever since July 2019. I have even addressed several of individual professors privately on several occasions, but all my emails, whether addressed to the university itself or individual professors affiliated with it, were all remained without answers. Emanuel Perakis, an assistant professor in European Union law, Linus Alexander Silisionos, Professor of International Law and former President of the European Court of Human Rights, Rebecca Emoela Papadopoulou, an Associate Professor of European Law, were all among the individual professors I have reached out to privately, yet I never got a response to any of my emails from any one of them. Most recently, in addition to the Faculty of Law at the Athens University, I have also separately written to the Athens Public International Law Center, which is as well affiliated with the Faculty of Law at Athens University. However, given that they have not responded to any of my appeals for years, there is so little chance that they might consider responding this time. Thus, currently I'm trying to get help from outside the country, be it in Europe or in places even farther away, such as Canada, US, or Australia. These, of course, whether from independent international human rights organizations or human rights institutes, centers, clinics affiliated with universities. However, thus far, all my efforts were entirely fruitless. Human Rights Center affiliated with Ghent University in Belgium, in response to my appeal addressed to them on Monday, January 25th, 2021, wrote back on Friday, January 29th, 2021, and by citing lack of expertise in both the Greek asylum and legal system, as well as lack of professional competence in legal proceedings against the Greek state, declined to offer their help. This is not what we do, nor what we know how to do, they said in their email, and have concluded that I should be looking for help from the same organizations in Greece that have been denying to help and torturing me for years. To clarify one of the messages that stands out on their website regarding submitting third-party interventions to the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, they wrote, "One of the actions we sometimes undertake is a so-called third-party intervention, not a petition, but an independent expert opinion on a human rights aspect." Although in response to their reply, I explained it to them once more that I had been systematically deprived of everything in Greece, including even from legal aid for so many years, and also presented the evidence of the physical assaults that I had suffered so unjustly at the hands of the Hellenic police for nothing other than seeking legal aid, and while kindly asked them to refrain themselves from referring me back to the same organization and same people who have been purposely torturing me here for years, I had as well had to remind them of the fact that I had actually made an appeal to their Human Rights Center because I had no other choice, and thus I would appreciate a more considered response from their side. But after 2 follow-up emails, they eventually wrote back again on Thursday, March 25th, 2021, that it would be impossible for them to bring a case before the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, against the Greek state, and consequently had encouraged me to reach a number of organizations they listed in their email. Exactly 3 of the same organizations the European Ombudsman had listed in its letter in response to one of my complaints addressed to them on Wednesday, January 29, 2020. This led to writing another email from my side on Thursday, April 8, 2021, through which I sent the link to my recent video on my YouTube channel, explaining how they held me hostage in Greece for nearly 7 years, deprived me of everything, and won't even provide me with legal aid. The video also presents documents and evidence of reaching out to all the organizations they had listed for me in their email. This was in a hope that they would finally realize that my systemic deprivation in Greece not only is real, but also orchestrated on purpose and therefore political and very intentional. Furthermore, while I'm still hoping for a genuine consideration for legal aid assistance from their side in lodging a complaint with the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, I also once more requested their support in signature gathering to my online petition. Currently, my latest email address to them is still pending a reply. Geneva Academy of International Humanitarian Law and Human Rights, ADH, based in Switzerland, in response to an appeal identical to the one addressed to the Human Rights Center at the Ghent University, wrote on Monday, February 1st, 2021, that they do not carry out projects on the ground, meaning they would not be of any assistance to my case. Center for Fundamental Rights, affiliated with Hertie School based in Berlin, Germany, in response to an appeal identical to the above, after sending 2 follow-ups on my initial email addressed to them on Friday, January 29, 2021, wrote back on Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, that their center is an academic one and is unable to provide legal advice to individual cases. Director of IUC Clinical Legal Education at the International University College of Turin, IUC, Mr. Ulrich Steeds, to whom I had been referred to by one of the attorneys at Dentons Europe, that's a private law firm, after several email exchanges, had finally wrote on Tuesday, March 16, 2021, that it was not possible for them to assess my situation from outside Greece in order to correctly advise on any legal actions. He also added that his contacts in Greece were based in Thessaloniki and Samos, and have no idea where to refer me to in Athens. Lastly, there had been several other human rights centers affiliated with other universities across Europe to whom I reached out to, but so far my appeals have remained without answers. Those institutions are the Durham Human Rights Center based in Durham, United Kingdom, Department of Law at European University Institute based in Florence, Italy, Department of International Law at the Graduate Institute based in Geneva, Switzerland, Maastricht Center for Human Rights, MCFSR, based in Maastricht, Netherlands, Bode CERI International Research Center, and the law school affiliated with the Sciences Po University based in Paris, France. This yet again shows us what these people do to a refugee in exile for over 15 years. Yet rather than finding safety, stability, or even a sense of protection, not only they took everything from me, and I mean everything, destroyed my life and my future, even my health and well-being. Yet, in spite of all that, still no solution seems to be on the horizon. Why? Even if there was, what a future that holds for me after being torn apart, piece by these people who had robbed me of everything and shamelessly dared to claim to have offered me protection. You might as well wonder, why the hell are they doing all this to me? Do you think they don't know what they are doing? Or perhaps you might think they might be doing it by mistake? You must be gravely mistaken if you think so, because they know all too well what they are doing, and they are doing it not only on purpose, but also because they see and want refugees as nothing more but their own slaves with no rights or whatsoever. Just think about it for a second. How else could you explain how on earth a simple asylum matter like this could have become so much complicated, prolonged for nearly 7 hellish years, even to the point of a life-threatening state, yet still there seems to be no resolution available to it? With my prolonged imprisonment in Greece still continues, and my resettlement through a joint Kurdish and Persian private sponsorship led to a total failure and ultimately a pre-planned abandonment. I am now seeking justice in other ways to have my dire situation resolved. At the moment, one of the ways you could offer help with this cause and express your disgust and discontent about this ongoing atrocity is to sign and share my online petition with whomever you can. To find this petition, simply go to change.org/Hostage of Europe. Justice delayed is justice denied. In Greece, not only they stripped me of all my resources, essential for my survival, and took away every shred of my dignity, but seems they wouldn't want to put an end to this ongoing oppression and unjustifiable infringement until they have taken away my life as well. And nothing like this should happen to anyone, anywhere, and no one should be put through a situation like this. This is a dire emergency. Please do not be indifferent and ignorant to what is happening here, and take action now. Yours respectfully, Hostage of Europe, Anwar Nilufari. Today is Thursday, April 8th, 2021, and I look forward to your solidarity and support in whatever way is possible. Please sign and share my online petition, and that would be it for this video. Take care. Bye.